Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to Hospitality Department, the podcast where we'll explore on different methods of cooking. Today, I have some guests with me, and they really look nice. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Joan. I'm Faith. I'm privileged to be here today. I'm from the Galagala Training Institute, a trainer in production. We are privileged today. We are so happy. You look nice, Madam Joan.
Thank you.
We are amazed to be here. I just feel so happy. It's my first time.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Madam Joan, for inviting me today. I'm Madam Frinda from Kabune Technical Training Institute. I'm privileged to be here today, and thank you for inviting me. Thank you very much.
I'm Madam Margaret from Kaguma Technical Institute. Thank you for your invitation. I feel privileged. Thank you again, Madam.
We are very happy to be here. We are very happy.
Feel welcome, and thank you for accepting our call to this place.
Yes.
Feel much welcomed.
Thank you.
I'm your host, Joan Moniki. With me, I have the different guests from different institutions who are going to take us through various methods of cooking. Their work has been instrumental in bringing to light the intricacies of different methods of cooking that have evolved over centuries. We are thrilled to have them live on the show.
Thank you.
Feel welcome.
Thank you. We are privileged.
So we are going to begin with Madam Margaret from Kagumo Technical Institute to take us through different methods of cooking because she's an expert in culinary arts. Welcome.
I'm Joan. So I'll take you through cooking methods. And before that, I'll define what is cooking. So cooking is an art in which we make the food presentable, hygienic, and appealing for the guest by use of heat. It's also known as chemical process. And cooking methods are defined into two. We have the dry method of cooking and the moist method of cooking. And in dry method, it's where we use direct or indirect heat, adding liquids. And in moist methods of cooking, this is use of water, steam, or other liquids to transfer heat to food. And briefly, I'll highlight the various methods of cooking. One, we have boiling, frying, poaching, roasting, baking, sewing, grilling, and braising. Those are some of the methods of cooking which we apply when we are making food. As we all know, we can't work without food. So I will embark to the madam.
Hello, dear listeners. Welcome. Thank you, Madam Margaret, for highlighting different methods of cooking. I even didn't know that there are so many methods of cooking. I only know of stewing and boiling because I always boil eggs and stew the beef. So thank you very much. So now we are going to engage Madam Frida to take us through various methods of cooking.
Joan, for giving me this opportunity, and thank you for hosting me today. I don't take it for granted, but I'm an expert in food industry, having worked in different food organizations and in industry for more than 20 years. I'm very glad and to be hosted in this podcast. And for now, I'm going to talk about dry methods of cooking. To commence, I'll start with frying, that is, to cook food in hot fats or oil, typically in a shallow pan, example in shallow frying and deep frying. Stir frying method, and that is to fry quickly over high heat. For example, vegetables, where we fry them for short period so that we retain their nutritive value. Okay, we have the next method, deep frying. It is considered as a dry method of cooking. And the next we have baking. It is a process of dry method of cooking, especially in some kind of oven. For instance, we have cooking of cake. Similar to baking process, and it is slow cooking process using indirect or diffused heat to cook. For example, roast chicken. Then the next method of cooking, we have grilling. That is, it is also known as a charcoal fire process, like cooking food on a rack over heat sauce. Then that is all about dry methods of cooking. Back to you, Madam Joan.
Thank you, Madam Frida, for taking us through the dry methods of cooking. I really want to know how to bake a cake. I've always tried and it has always backfired. Please, can you take us through the method of baking a cake? Please. Welcome.
Nice, Madam Joan. And I will elaborate more about the process of baking cake. First, you have to choose the recipe on what you are preparing. And for us, we have a cake. That is what you have already chosen. First, you preheat the oven, and that is to enhance the even distribution of temperatures. Second, prepare the equipment, for example, by greasing the baking sheets. Then the third procedure, gather and measure all the ingredients to the right quantities. Next, combine dry ingredients, that is the flour and baking powder.